like family gatherings. Many of us are not supposed to feel kind of alienated and partially checked out.
And yet oftentimes we do. Oftentimes we do. And so a lot of us have been conditioned to not notice or respond to our internal sensations until they sort of reach their extremes. Some people don't notice that they are thirsty until they're very thirsty. Losing a fine sense of our own internal sensations and being able to notice the internal sensations of our companions is like losing a really important sense. Welcome back to The Experience of We. I'm Matthew.
I'm Naomi.
And we are bringing you another relational micro-practice called Sensing Our Bodies Together, which is
a way of talking about sharing our interoception. Interoception is the ability to sense our interior sensory experience ourselves, to be aware of what we feel inside our bodies.
Yeah, so humans have been around on this earth far, far longer than we have had either language or concept. And for a lot of human existence, we organized our societies around our capacity to sense what was going on inside of our bodies, sense what was going on inside each other's bodies, and just sort of sense what's going on in the environment around us.
Yeah, exactly. Like feeling in our body if there's a predator coming or something like that.
Yeah. And so now our societies are largely organized around like rules and laws and things like that, which don't always align with our inner body senses. And so that means at times, like for instance, if we are at school or at work and we don't feel good inside, we are supposed to act as if we feel fine, maybe even act as if we feel good.
Right, or if we're with our families sometimes, if we don't feel good inside, that's not something that we're supposed to bring to the table. There's this like family gatherings. Many of us are not supposed to feel kind of alienated and partially checked out.
And yet oftentimes we do. Oftentimes we do. And so a lot of us have been conditioned to not notice or respond to our internal sensations until they sort of reach their extremes. A lot of people don't notice their hunger until they're starving. Some people don't notice that they are thirsty until they're very thirsty. Sometimes people don't notice they have to go to the bathroom until they really have to go to the bathroom. Sometimes people don't notice that they need to sleep until they're exhausted. All of those conditions described me for a lot of my life. I only noticed my internal sensations when they broke through my suppression and dissociation of them. And so losing a fine sense of our own internal sensations and being able to notice the internal sensations of our companions is like losing a really important sense. We're not trained for interoception. We're actually kind of conditioned out of interoception.
Yeah, to behave according to roles or assumed power dynamics, obligation, many things like that. And so sensing our internal sensations together is a critical way to navigate our environment, to navigate our relationships. And also it's just really useful.
Yeah, knowing how we feel inside.
Right?
Turns out it's useful.
It's useful. It's useful being able to tell what we need when we need it. Being able to locate how an emotion feels in our body so that we can be in contact with it, not just in our mind, but in an embodied way. And we find that sharing it is one of the best ways to hone it together. When Matthew and I first started our relationship together, I would frequently ask him, what are you feeling in your body right now?
Oh my gosh. A lot of times I didn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of times when she asked, I'd have to stop, pause, and check in. And I was dissociated from a lot of my sensations, I think, when we first met. Like, I couldn't really notice hunger until I was just really, really hungry. And so sort of help me develop interoception, Naomi had to start by asking me, it was like manually asking me to do manual check-ins. And I would do the same thing for her.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it took what could be habitual emotional experiences like anxiety, and I'm anxious about these things, and this is how I'm anxious about it. Can take something like that and make it new again by being like, oh, I feel it here in my body. This is actually a sensation. And these thoughts are how I'm interpreting that sensation.
Yeah, at one point in my life, I had lost so much contact. I'd lost contact with my sense of anxiety until I only noticed breakthrough anxiety, by which time it was really acute. And I spent some time on anxiety medications because of that, because I couldn't sense my anxiety until it reached a breakthrough point. And so learning to notice anxiety where it resides in the body. Over time, I went from not being able to notice it until I was sort of dysregulated, or really, really agitated, to being able to notice when it was starting. Like for me, oftentimes it starts in my stomach. Like I'll notice like some tingling or some tightening. And then sometimes it can sort of move up to my chest and feel like a clench. And I can notice shortness of breath, and maybe increased heart rate. But at the beginning of this journey of sensing our bodies together, I couldn't have told you any of that. I only could have told you when I was like really, really anxious, so anxious that I wanted to withdraw from social experiences. And so I guess one of the things about this practice is it really brought me into this deep awareness that I had all these internal sensations that I wasn't noticing.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, it really helped me, like having this dialogue with Matthew about what we were feeling in our bodies really helped me when I couldn't connect to what I wanted, when I
Mhm.
couldn't connect to my preference. Matthew would ask me what I preferred, and I'd have to go into myself and simulate different possible outcomes and feel how each one felt in my body to be able to actually tell him what I wanted because I was so conditioned out of noticing and advocating for what I wanted.
Yeah, yeah, me too. When in the early days of our relationship, when Naomi would want to make dinner, she would sometimes give me a couple of options, and I would say, I don't know, I don't care, I don't have a preference. But I did. I just couldn't notice it, and so oftentimes she would choose one, um, and it wasn't my preference. I would have preferred the other one, but I didn't notice until she'd made it, and I was actually eating, and then suddenly it's like, oh. I think I knew this the whole time, but I didn't notice it when she asked me. And so I had just gotten conditioned over years to just not notice my preferences and just tell whoever I was with that we could just do whatever they wanted. And it turned out that I had preferences.
Basically, me too. Exactly the same thing. The same thing. And so, learning to, like, the micro practice would be asking each other or sharing physical sensations. If it's hard to notice what you feel inside, then taking on an explicit practice with someone of asking each other can be a great way to just get us in the habit of touching base with our sensations,
Yeah.
of learning how to.
Oh, I had a tip.
Please.
One of the ways that I developed to ask Naomi to do a check-in on her sensations was if I saw your facial expression change in a particular way. Like if I saw Naomi kind of scrunch up her face, or if I saw Naomi smile at something, I would say, "Oh, what are you feeling in your body right now?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it was it was really great for me because it normalized sort of talking about what we were feeling in our bodies. such that when I was making a different kind of face, like say I was making a face that was kind of annoyed, Matthew could ask me too.
That was not a very good annoyed face. Try again.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, that's it. That was the annoyed face. What are you feeling in your body right now?
Fluttering in my heart and stomach.
Me too.
So yeah, it can make moments that like what am I smiling at, and like what does the smile feel like in my body, it can make those other moments like I'm looking annoyed or I'm looking bored, and make them something that I like is easier to disclose. So if I make an expression, Matthew asks me what I feel in my body right now, I can talk about the actual physical sensation of the thing that I'm interpreting as boredom. Which sometimes might be I really want to take a walk. My body needs movement, for instance.
Yeah.
And so being able to ground what experience we're having in our physical sensations, being able to ground challenging relational experiences in our physical sensations keeps us tethered from the story of what's happening. Like, I'm bored with what we're doing, or I'm bored with you. Keeps me tethered to what I'm actually feeling, which might be I could really use some movement. And so it can take dissonances out of this very cognitive realm where we're kind of analyzing what's going on into, wait, actually, what is my body communicating?
And it can also take those situations where we're really not clear how we're feeling. And get one of the things that I was really challenged, like I had when I met Naomi, I never noticed when I had to go to the bathroom. I could go all day. I could go most of the night. I could drink a lot of water or a lot of liquid and not notice that I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I noticed this so bad, and it was a like calling and project for me to get this man to notice that he needed to pee.
And now I notice when I do, I need to now.
Yeah.
Right? I feel the sensation of needing to go to the bathroom now.
Not literally now?
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad, but I do notice it. But like once upon a time, I wouldn't have. And now I can notice and name things like that. And,
Yeah.
And we think we're being a little glib right now, but we believe that a lot of people struggle with things like self-care. As if self-care is something that needs to happen on a schedule. Oftentimes, self-care needs to come when we notice certain sensations like hunger or needing to go to the bathroom or thirst. And so learning interoception and learning interoception together is a way to improve our self-care practices based on being able to continuously sense how we feel. And it turns out we have sensations 24/7.
Yeah.
we don't get a break from sensation.
Plenty of data.
And so, is there anything else about this micro practice?
I think just structurally, the way to implement the micro practice, if you felt called to do it, would be to have a conversation with someone that you're in a relationship with about it and about trying it together, and maybe getting in a practice of asking each other sometimes what you're feeling in your body. Just as a way to get into the habit of even noticing. So yeah, like asking what we feel in our bodies, and if we proactively notice a sensation, sharing that with each other. These are the best ways to implement this micro practice.
Yeah, and our experience is learning interoception is a lot faster when we do it together.
Yes.
Because there's so much support, it becomes like a feedback loop.
Exactly. And so this is a skill that is really, really big, actually, and can be very expansive. And so the place to start it is at that micro level of just getting in the habit of passing the energy ball back and forth with noticing our sensations.
And that's the practice.
Yep.
So I feel complete. How about you?
I do too. We will see you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye.